Hello, my cluttered little countertops. Welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new here, my name's Megan, and this is me coping with my life. This is me coping with life stressors, and sometimes I cope well, and sometimes I don't. But either way, you're going to see me rise from the ashes today because, boy, howdy, has it been a long time since I've really cleaned this bathroom, the kitchen, the countertops, all these things really need help. And that's what I look like if you haven't seen me before. So let's get into it. The thing I'm proudest of, I think, in this video today is the countertops, the kitchen countertops. Like this bedroom, my daughter's bedroom, is a quick fix. You know, all the other stuff, the laundry, there's just a bunch of stuff that I take care of today in this episode that is fine. But the kitchen is really the crown jewel of today. So I'm excited for you to see it. I actually got to some meaningful decluttering to free up some counter space. And it looks better than it has looked in months. So stay tuned. Hello, Archie. And you can see how bad it looks right now. So, and hello, Willow. The living room also a mess. Let me explain how we got here. Let's go in the Wayback Machine. Or is that Bill and Ted or Wayne and Garth? Listen, I don't know. Whatever. We're time traveling back. I have been sick. Not as sick as anyone's ever been, but pretty sick for me over the last month or so. And I have not been operating at full capacity. Hello, Mortimer the rat and the little poop thing. We went to an event earlier that day, and there were some fun giveaways, like from a septic company. I don't know. And now you're gonna see all like my medical clutter, and I'm gonna explain. So basically, I have been sick. If you've been following along, you already know, but if you have not been following along, let me just give you a super quick rundown so that you know why I'm struggling so bad. That's prednisone there. Those are some gloves so that I don't ruin my skin completely because my hands are falling apart. But yeah, I basically have had some mysterious allergic reaction to something. We don't know what. It could just be my own immune system being pissed off at itself. I don't know. Or it could be because I live in a place with a lot of allergens and my histamine response is crazy over the top. Could be food, could be detergent, could be anything, honestly. And part of it also could have been an allergic reaction to an antibiotic that I took recently. But none of that really matters because I don't know the answer. The important part to know is that I have been struggling a lot. I've been struggling with itching. I've been struggling with my face swelling up. I've been struggling with being in and out of the emergency room, in and out of the urgent care. I've just been on a lot of medications that I don't normally take, the worst of which has been prednisone, followed closely by an episode of Benadryl that I do not care to repeat. And basically, I've been an emotional, mental, and physical wreck for a while. I thought if you scroll back a couple of episodes here, that I had completed my mental breakdown and that I was coming out on the other side. But unfortunately, I think when you have health issues, it can prolong or exacerbate the mental health issues for sure. And especially with something like prednisone, which has a direct effect on your mental health. Like it can cause directly anxiety and insomnia and irritability and sadness and all kinds of things, right? So I have just been really struggling. And I'm still struggling. But I also just so happen to be the only person who gives a shit about our house. And so, oh, I wanted to go upstairs and redo the bedding and clean the bedroom. See, there's the pile of the clean bedding, but Amelia wanted a nap. So several hours later, she woke up and we were able to continue on our day. Um, but yeah, since I am the only person who seems to be capable of or willing to take out the garbage or clean up Amelia's toys or do dishes, when I'm not feeling well, none of those things really gets done in any meaningful way. And so I was feeling well enough on this day, on this Saturday, to try and tackle some things. But the first thing I tackled was Amelia's clothing. Well, I mean, not the first thing, but one of the first things you're seeing here is that I wanted to go through her clothes because her drawers have been busting at the seams with too many pants, too many tops, and I needed to just get some clarity on what still fits, what we're actually wearing, like what are we reaching for over and over again, versus what are we ignoring and shoving to the back, right? Also, I got that little ghost pillow at Costco the other day, and I love it. Amelia loves it. Everyone loves it because it's almost spooky time, and we love spooky time in our house. So yeah, so I decided that this was a good task to kind of ease me back in. Like I cleaned up Amelia's room, and then I decided to do this clothing overhaul because I've already bought pretty much all of her fall and winter clothes because there's been some sales at Old Navy and Target. So I went ahead and did that. And then now that's all kind of like commingling with her summer clothes. And it was time to kind of go through it. And also just to get rid of like any long pants or long shirts from last year that no longer fit. Everyone was in a bad mood when I was filming this. Everybody. I was in a bad mood. Amelia was in a bad mood. This was a bad juju day. Like just bad mood, bad vibes in the Henna Hut. I know that makes no sense. I'm not even going to tell the story of what that means. It doesn't matter. It was bad vibes. So I was really happy right now that you're watching because Ed took Amelia and Amari to a restaurant. They went and ate, and I got to be by myself for like an hour and a half. It was so peaceful. And it was also raining outside. Oh, I got Amelia a little puffer vest. I barely showed it to you, but if you know me, you know that in the fall and winter, I love a good puffer vest. So I got Amelia a puffer vest and I got myself a new puffer vest. And now we have new matching puffer vests for this season. And I'm so excited about it. I also got her a few new hoodies and stuff. So I think she's all set. But anyway, I decided to ease myself in to reclaiming my house despite still feeling a little bit sick. And I made I made 2 bags, right? One bag is for summer clothes that I'm going to try and sell at the consignment store next year, like in the spring, like shorts and short sleeve shirts and stuff. And then the other bag is fall and winter that I'm going to try and take to the consignment store soon. And I think I also ended up throwing like a pair of pajamas in there and a Halloween costume that doesn't fit Amelia anymore. So that was my task. It felt really good to accomplish it. And now when I open her drawers to get her shorts or t-shirts or whatever out, I can see what the heck we have. It's amazing. I love it. So very proud of myself there. And then I also moved on to the bedroom. Oh yeah, here's the rain. It was so nice. I do love a good storm. This storm wasn't very severe. It was just like a nice, pleasant little rain. It was nice. You can't really see it, but I was just trying to like calm myself down and re-regulate myself. Because boy, was I not having a good time. So anyway, so now I get to the bedroom. We're going to take all this stuff off. This task on this particular day was so physically draining. I was so tired. Like, I was sweating bullets. I was so tired. I was not feeling well still. But again, it was kind of this moment of like, all right, I need to do this for myself, right? Like, I want to be in a clean environment. I want to be in a tidy environment. I want clean sheets and a clean blanket that's not full of dog hair for like 5 minutes. I just need a clean and calm space because my mental health is in the absolute toilet. Like it is in hell right now. As you can hear from how I'm talking about certain things, right? Like I'm bitter, I'm resentful, I'm tired, I'm sick. I feel like nobody's taking care of me. I feel like nobody's listening to me. Um, Now, what I will say is that Ed has been stepping up a lot in terms of keeping Amelia entertained and engaged so that I can do some of these things. Um, yeah, man, I needed a minute. So that has been really helpful. But in terms of like literally anyone else in the house running the dishwasher or cleaning up or like initiating making a meal for themselves, no, like it's not happening. So we're going to have, this is just full transparency. I don't even care. I don't even care if I'm oversharing. I've lost all sense of like giving a crap right now. I don't care. We're going to have a family meeting. We're going to have some conversations and we're going to see what we can do because I'm burnt to a crisp. I'm burnt to a crisp. And I know everybody's always like, you should make Amari do more and everyone should have a chore list and everyone should da, 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 da. But the problem, like, yes, I 100% agree with you. Everyone should. Oh, I'm getting ready for a birthday party. That was so cute. We went to a birthday party on Sunday. This was Saturday. Look at me thinking ahead. And then I got two of the same gift because we're going to another birthday party in 2 weekends. August, we had 3 birthday parties for Amelia's friends. Yeah, that's the little toy. So freaking cute. I never probably would have picked this in a million years, but Ed's oldest daughter, Amelia's sister, picked it for her birthday, and it is her favorite. Like she loves that thing. She plays with it all the time. So anyway, back to my tirade and me oversharing on the internet, which is probably super inappropriate, but I don't care. I like I know everybody's like, yeah, everybody has to do their own thing and be independent. Da-da. Yeah, yes, 100%. I wish that would be amazing. But the problem with that is that nobody else cares. Like nobody else wants to, nobody else cares. And so getting them to do their thing requires me to harass them, which is more work for me. So I'm a therapist, right? Like I'm supposed to know. I've also been coping by buying a bunch of stuff. I bought this apron. I thought it was going to be super cute. And it is super cute on the tiny Asian model on Amazon. So cute. Because she weighs like 95 pounds. So that's adorable. But this is what it looks like on me. So you're welcome. You get to watch that for the next 5 minutes while I do this. Anywho, so sorry, that was not a fart. That's the chair I'm sitting in. That noise. There, yeah. There's the pantry. That's a shit show. I'm not gonna clean that today. I'm just showing you. Actually, I guess that's not like the worst it's ever been. You can still sort of see the categories. All right, and Amelia's been into puzzles lately, but nobody, including me, helps her clean up afterwards. So there's that. And I know there should be a rule. Once you're done playing with something, you gotta put it away before you play with something else. Yes, I know. I know. I know. I know. Yup. That's not reality right now. That's okay. We're working on it. I guess this is what it is, and that's okay. Um, I just have to, I don't know what I have to do. We'll find out. But yeah, so I've been really tired and drained and resentful and bitter and sad and scared and hurt and angry and I had enough. And the only action, this is what I tell my clients. I feel like I've said this before about anxiety, but like when I'm feeling like I'm super anxious or I'm not happy with something, then it doesn't really help to just keep thinking about it or talking about it over and over. Um, you have to take some sort of an action, right? And so for me, the action that I could take in this moment was that I could clean. I could control my environment. I can't control the other people that I live with. Certainly can't control a toddler as much as I would like to. And I can't control the dogs, and I can't control a lot of things, but what I can control, there's my puffer vest. I'm so excited. What I can control is my environment here. So, and here's Sunday morning. I had a few hours before the birthday party in the afternoon. By the way, 2 p.m. is a terrible time for a birthday party for 3 and 4-year-olds. Just FYI, if you were wondering, like, when should I have a birthday party for my 3-year-old? Not 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe 10 a.m., maybe 11 a.m., maybe noon. But anytime after that, it's too late. It's too late. Please don't do that. Don't do that to people. That's my advice to you. We went to this place. I like the mom's intention, right? Like, I'm never going to bash a mom for trying something. It was a great idea, but the execution was poor, right? Like this party place is like a cooking studio, and it was super echoey with super tall ceilings and a tile floor, of course, right? Like for easy cleanup, but there was no noise reduction. And so I would be standing like literally 2 feet away from another mom, and we could not hear each other because it was so echoey and there was so much going on. And then the kids, they made pizza and then they decorated cupcakes while the pizza was cooking. And again, not a terrible idea in concept, but the execution was not appropriate for 3 and 4-year-olds. They had 6 children per table at these 2 tables. And sorry, this is a tangent, but I'm super judgmental and bitter right now. So I'm just going to say my opinion. So because I have better ideas, right? Like, let me share a solution for anyone who cares. So there were 6 kids per table and 1 teacher per table. And instead of giving each kid their own mixing bowl and ingredients, or even just dough, like giving each of them their own pre-made dough, like just start there for a 3-year-old. We don't have to get that fancy. I was throwing away this very full box of K-Cups because I will never drink that flavor. Goodbye. So anyway, instead of giving each kid their own thing to do, they made children wait for 5 other children to do the activity, right? So it was like 1 bowl, and 1 kid got to pour in the yeast and the water, and 1 kid got to pour in the flour, and 1 kid got to pour in the butter, and 1 kid got to pour in the sugar, and 1 kid got to mix. And it was like they were expecting these children to sit nicely and wait for their turn and not get up and like touch the floor or touch anything else. And so my daughter got reprimanded like 5 times because she kept getting up. And I'm like, I don't care if she keeps getting up. Like, who cares, right? This isn't school. Like, I don't care what she does as long as she's not hurting anybody. But she kept touching the floor. So this one teacher was like, well, she has to go wash her hands again. She has to go wash her hands if she's going to touch the dough. I was like, yeah, I hear you. I got you. I'm with you. But she's not going to sit down for another like 5 minutes until it's her turn again. So I'll keep an eye out. And whatever, she loves washing her hands, so she washed her hands again. No problemo. By the way, so proud of myself. I threw out, well, I didn't throw out. We're donating the toaster oven that we got because it had been taking up so much space on the counter, and we literally used it one time. Like we got it for free from somewhere and we never used it. And so now it's gone because we do not need it. Like that was pure clutter, 100% clutter, useless, never used it. I feel so good that it's gone. I'm so proud of these countertops, by the way. They look so good at the end. Like there's almost nothing there. I'm so excited. You guys are going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to be so proud of me. It's the one thing I'm happy about in my life right now is these stupid countertops. So let me have it. So anyway, so yeah, so the pizza situation was whatever, right? And so then finally they mix up all the ingredients and then they give the kids dough, right? Like they take that dough away because obviously it needs time to rise, and they bring out like secret dough from the back that's already been done, which like again, for a 3-year, you could have started there, right? They're 3. You could have started with the pre-made dough, but who am I? What do I know? So then they give each of the kids the dough and then they tell them they got to roll it out. And so they roll it out. Each kid has their own one. Perfect. But again, we have to wait for the one bowl and one spoon with the pizza sauce and the one plate of the grated cheese. Oh, they also were having 3-year-olds grate cheese. Like, again, not very efficient. Like this was, I got an EpiPen, and EpiPens come with a pretend EpiPen. That's what that was, by the way, so that you can practice, so that your first time using an EpiPen isn't the first time you've ever touched an EpiPen. Hopefully I never have to use the real one. Fingers crossed. Those were all my medicines, by the way, too. This is like a medical miracle adventure right here, all of these meds. So anyways, the party. Now, what I would have done differently, I would have started with the dough that was pre-made. Each kid would have gotten their own dough. Let them each roll their dough. Each kid would have gotten a tiny little thing of all the ingredients they needed. Then they could have each put their own ingredients in that moment onto the dough, onto the pan, into the oven, right? No problemo. Then the next thing that they had the kids do was decorate cupcakes that were already made. But here's the rub. These people expected the children to not eat the cupcakes, the icing, or the sprinkles or the chocolate chips that were provided. Okay? Amelia has never seen a cupcake she didn't like. All right? Oh gosh, that cutie or lemon or whatever citrus that was, that amount of mold is exactly how long it's been since I've cleaned this part of the kitchen. So however many weeks or months that was, that's disgusting. I also, I'm going to admit, I made some questionable cleaning product choices to clean that area up, but I don't want to hear about it. So I'm just acknowledging that. Leave me alone. Today's not the day. Also, that I realized that we've had a smoke alarm that has been out of commission that's supposed to be by our bedrooms for like 6 months. So I had Ed fix that. So don't worry. We do have a smoke alarm now. So hopefully we don't need that either, but who knows? So anyway, Amelia's never met a cupcake she didn't like. And these people put naked cupcakes in front of all of these children, and they had one piping bag of icing to be shared amongst 6 children. And they had 2 teeny tiny little bowl/cups of sprinkles and chocolate chips to be passed down the line of 6 children for cupcake decorating. Oh, I was proud of myself. I decluttered some votive candle holders that I have never used. They've been sitting on that counter for over a year, and I got rid of them because we never have used them for a decorative purpose, and we never will. So goodbye. So what would I do differently? Well, let me tell you, I would put one tiny piping bag of icing in front of each child. And I would put one little cup of sprinkles and one little cup of chocolate chips in front of each child so that they could do things at their own pace and that would be fine, right? So Amelia again got reprimanded and yelled at by the teacher for eating her cupcake, which again, what else do you expect a 3-year-old to do when you put something like that in front of them, right? But what they were supposed to be doing is sitting there nicely and decorating their cupcake and waiting for the pizza to be finished cooking. And then they were supposed to eat the pizza, and then they were not supposed to have any time at the end to eat the cupcake. There was not, on the plan at this place, there was not any point in the party where the children were going to be allowed to eat the cupcake at the end. They were so confident in this plan, in fact, that they had specific containers that they passed out at the end to the children that they were supposed to put their cupcakes in so that they could eat it later. Like, basically, they hurry. Well, hurry, wait, hurry, wait, hurry, wait, and goodbye, sing happy birthday. Now you need to leave. No one has time to eat their cupcake. So quite frankly, I was more than fine. Amelia does not eat pizza. I wish she would. I think she would love it, but she's afraid of new foods. So she ate the whole cupcake, much to the horror of the older children in the room who knew that they were not supposed to. And I was like, I don't care. Do what you want, girl. It's a birthday party. And the teacher was upset, and that was the most, and it was so loud, so echoey, so loud. When I got home that evening, also it was an hour drive away from our house. So by the time I got home, I was so overstimulated. I was so annoyed because as a mom too, like, I mean, I know none of like her friends' moms were judging us, right? Like, they know, they've met Amelia, right? Like, they don't care. They wouldn't have invited her if they thought she was a horrible kid. But like, as a mom, I was kind of like trying to corral and correct Amelia, but also like allow her some freedom and some space to be 3, right? So I don't know. I think I did a good job for her with her, but by the time I got home, I was so wrecked. I just laid down and drank some water and just needed a minute. In conclusion, my breakdown is not over. I lied to you a few weeks ago. My breakdown has not concluded. I'm very much in the beginning of a new breakdown, or in the middle. I don't know, but what I know is that it's not over. I don't know at what point in my breakdown timeline I'm in, but I am somewhere on the timeline that is not over. It is not over. And like I said, I think I said earlier, I don't know. I recorded like a half hour of this before and it got deleted because somebody called my phone and I record this on my phone. So yeah. So anyway, I I don't know what I've said before and what I haven't said, and I've probably said too much. I haven't said enough. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. Sing it if you know it, friends. But anyway, what I was gonna say is I've been buying a bunch of stuff to deal with my sadness and anger and hurt. Um, and that Stanley Cup, that purple, beautiful Stanley Cup, is one of those purchases, and I freaking love it so much. Um, Zero regrets. I love it so much. I don't wish I would have bought it sooner necessarily. Um, I'm not really like a trend jumper. Like it took me 2 years to buy wide leg jeans. They're probably out of style already. I don't know, but they're comfortable. It's taken me, I don't know how long Stanley Cups have been popular, like 3 years, 4 years. So I'm super behind that trend. But long story short, I love it and I'm glad I bought it. Also, sorry for this camera angle where you cannot at all see that I'm cleaning the toilet. I wish I could have panned down for you. I could not. I'm sorry. I'm struggling, as you can see. Um, so yes, you know what? All right, let's try and end. I have like 3 minutes left. Let's try and be positive, guys. What can I say? My life is not as bad as it could be, right? I'm okay. I'm safe. I live in a home that is safe. I have air conditioning that works, even though we're in a very hot environment. Um, I I have enough money for food and the things that I need. I'm okay. My parents are alive and in good health. My husband is in decent health. My kids are in great health. Um, I'm recognizing that health is really all that matters. Like, what is the phrase, right? Like, you can have 1,000 problems, but if you're sick, like, you only have one problem because your physical health is paramount because the body we live in is how we experience the world. Um, so if that is struggling or shutting down, like, you know, you're going to struggle. So I'm grateful. I've been watching a lot of Jenny Apple lately from her cancer journey. She had stage 4 lung cancer at a very young age, like in her mid 30s. And she ended up passing away 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. And I was just watching a couple of her episodes where she had a whole situation where she came off prednisone after a year because she had had a horrible autoimmune reaction to immunotherapy for her cancer. So she was dealing with prednisone. She was dealing with her body, attacking itself. She was dealing with weakness from chemo. She was dealing with weakness from radiation. She was dealing with low stamina and pain from actually, having lung cancer, right? The actual lung issues involved. The cancer spread to her brain. Like, this poor woman, like, I cannot imagine all of the pain and suffering that she was going through. And she was still trying to persevere and be a good mom. Like, the thing she wanted most was to be a good mom to her little kids. And the videos I was watching, her daughter was about Amelia's age at the time. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I'm not in that position. I'm grateful for the health that I do have and the family that I do have and the home that I do have. So there's always a bright side, I suppose, right? Could always be worse. So I love you. Thank you for watching. Have a good week. Mwah.